Hi, I'm Polly. I'm here at the Red Bank YMCA, and I'm here to help you stay fit, healthy, and strong at home. Most of you probably have steps at home, so assuming that you have at least two, maybe a whole flight of stairs, we can do some squats and lots of other things. And right now we're going to do some squats and single leg deadlifts. One of the first things that especially older people start to have difficulty with is trusting their glutes, that they can get to the chair behind them or the seat behind them. So we want to really turn those glutes on first before we begin to go down. And ready position, right here, ready position, football, tennis, ready to go so that the glutes are already hinged a little bit so that we can sit down and hit that stair. There we are, hip hinge and down and back up. Hip hinge and down, right? And trying to avoid plopping down and controlling the down, always controlling the eccentric. So this is really challenging because I really have to push my hips back. It's almost a feeling like if I were sitting on a chair or a bench, it's a little bit too far away. So I'm pushing those hips back. Using my hands, my arms reaching out in front as counterweight to my lower body. And I always lose count. I'm going to guess that maybe about 10, maybe 9 or more, and 10. Okay, so in the event that you don't have a railing to hold on to, have maybe something nearby that or a pillow you can put to make your seat a little bit higher. The next one is going to be a single leg deadlift. So utilizing 2 stairs at a time, again, so that we really are turning on the muscles in the back of the legs, the glutes and the hamstrings. When you place the foot on the step, you want to be very aware, even when you're normally going up and down stairs, that you don't want to have the knee behind the ankle. You want to have the knee just a little bit ahead of the ankle and drill down into the heel of that leg so that the glute is starting to be turned on right away. Pushing the heel down turns on the glute, and hinging that hip enables me to push through the step to come up. And then the single leg deadlift aspect of it is bringing the back leg up. You can touch that second step on the way up and then come up. And I'm not going to go all the way up the stairs, but I'll come right back down again. Same thing on the other side. Again, the knee is a little bit ahead of the ankle. I can still see my toes. The heel is drilled into the step. A big hinge in this hip turns on the glute. Exhale a little bit, turn on the core, turn on the abs, and bring it up. Touch the step if you need to. Kick that leg up behind you, keeping the toes pointed down, and then back down. So controlling the down. Notice that my hips are not rotating, that I only get a certain amount of extension in that leg. Not a lot, because the hips are level and the toe is pointed down. If I were to rotate my hip, I could get way, way up. But in doing so, I wouldn't feel my hamstring at all. So the body's really smart. It doesn't want to feel that clench of that hamstring. So our brain has to take over and say, keep the hips level. Keep the toe pointed straight down. So there it is. Touch the step if you need it. Get it up. Feel that hamstring. Left hamstring is turned on. Come on up. And then carefully step down. Or go all the way up your steps, alternating one leg and the other. Pushing in. There's my right leg. It doesn't like to work, so I have to turn it on and tell it what to do. Hinging this hip, turning on my trunk, pushing through that heel. Bring the leg up high, toe pointed down, and then come up. All of that is the hamstring and the glute right there. I'm just going to do one more on each side. But if it were a true workout, I would do the whole flight of stairs, or I'd probably do five reps on each side. Okay, pushing through. Again, set it up, think it through, drill into the heel, turn on the trunk with an exhale, big hip hinge, extension, leg up high, come back up with a balance if you can, and then step down and the other side. Check it out. Make sure that the knee's not back here because you will not be able to lift yourself up. Make sure that the knee is just a little bit ahead of the ankle, push into the heel, exhale, hip hinge, and go through. Notice that the angle of my body as I go up is almost the same as the angle of the steps. That's my right leg. And down. So So angling yourself as you go up the stairs just makes sense. You wouldn't try to go up the stairs straight up. You wouldn't be able to pick yourself up. So getting the hip hinge. Let's do one more set, one more rep on each side. Hinge, the knee in place, pushing through the heel. There's my body angle. And then up. It's all about the hip hinge. Hinge, there's my angle, drilling through the heel, turn on my trunk, touch the step if you need it, get the leg up high, come up, and then down. Okay, single leg deadlifts on the steps and squats.